If you were waiting for a time when the whistle would blow, that the time has come for this generation to shine. A generation is rising. A generation is rising. The steps that you are taking, the direction that you are going, it doesn't necessarily need sometimes the audible voice of God, but that feeling, that still small voice that speaks to you from the inside of you is important to listen to. We need to change the way we listen to God. We need to change the way we hear the voice of God. There are times when God will ask you to do things that don't make sense. There are times when the voice will not conform to the mind of men. The day that we allow ourselves to be moved by that voice, up to a point where we look stupid in the eyes of men, you will begin to realize that the audible voice will begin to come. That's the first step. Some of you are losing every single day in your lives because you don't care to listen to the voice. You are expecting an audible voice from God, and yet God is speaking to you through your environment. Don't say I am a child. Most of the things that happen in your life, you have heard of them. Had I done that, had I listened to that, had I done it this way, I probably wouldn't have been in this predicament. But your senses, your logic, your mind is too great for the voice of God. And then God is prepared to speak. Makushiona here chikonzero chekuti panyika paine population kana 1 billion. Mwari vanosarudza kunotsvaga achiri mudumbu. Because it's difficult to pour new wine in old wine skins. Calling ya Jeremiah, dai kurunzi vanga vari munyika panguva iyoyo vaizvinzi vaichema. Vaifara kuti tapuwa muprofita but zvaichemedza. Makanditarisa so. Whether we like it or not, there is a revival that is coming. I will always say this. And the revival is already here. Watch these young ones and how sensitive they are becoming to the things of God, and you will realize that we are going somewhere. Vanezvira vanonzwa rekuti kunyangwa ari mudiki asingagone kukomprehenda, kunyangwa achiri mudumbu raamai, sanctification takes place whether they comprehend or they don't, whether they understand or whether they don't. And God is doing it again in the presence of smart people. Most of you, the Lord has spoken to you, and it has come like a feeling coming from the inside. And sometimes you are quick to cast it away because you think it is you that is thinking that. Your mind takes over and you brush it away most of the time. And some of you, when the Holy Spirit was ready to speak to you, that mind overshadowed you up to a point where the Holy Spirit was pushed outside. The same way that we want to bring logic and reason into the church, we are pushing the voice of the Spirit away. The same way he communicated with Moses. Aifungidzira kuti Mwari havachataura nevanhu. Ndauya kuzokuudza kuti that is a lie. Maifungidzira kuti Mwari havachazviratidza kuvanhu. I have come to tell you it's a lie. People made you content with worshiping him in his absence so that they could manipulate and dominate you. I've come to tell you, don't look for me, look for him. When you are ready to exercise his will, even to the discomfort of those around you, you are ready to become a vessel. A generation is rising. A generation is rising. A generation is rising. A generation led by